All right, back again. Just finished cutting up the body and went ahead and mounted the wheelie bar, as RC guy would say. So I'm working on body mounts because what I've noticed when I put this body on, the front mounts are okay, but the rear mounts end up in the back glass. So I'm gonna take my Slash body mount kit for a two-wheel drive Slash, which is this, and I'm going to try to modify it to fit on the back of this to see if I can move it back to get it into the trunk area. So that's what I'm working on right now so that we can continue fitting this body. Now, when I modified the back for this wheelie bar and this 3D printed adapter right here, I had to modify the factory bracket. So cut off some of the pieces to get this in here and get this thing mounted up securely. So that's the way it looks. Let me kick on some light here. Hopefully we get rid of some of these shadows. There we go. So that's the way it's looking like now, and it's pretty secure. So happy with that. Now I just have to modify a mount to try to get this thing maybe a little farther back. Something. So I'm going to do something here. I'm just not sure what yet. All right, back again. Went ahead and pulled out a set I've already used part of, rather than breaking down a new kit. I do have a kit that I've stolen one of the mounts off of. The other thing I want to check is it comes with more body posts, so I'm going to check those as well. Nice thing about this hobby is that you can modify a lot of different things. Kind of liking that. So here's kind of an idea I have. What I'm going to do, Proline squares are much thicker than these. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to line up the squares because they seem to line up. I'm going to flip it over. I'm going to use the holes to drill through this for my mounting holes. So that's my plan. Bringing out some drill bits here. trying to find a drill bit that's close to that. That seems to be the one. Now what I'm doing, because I want it centered, as you see, I'm lining it up, and I'm going to use the factory bracket as a guide to drill holes in this bracket. Cool. Looks like I might need a longer screw. Hardware is key, guys. Hardware is key. Always gotta keep extra hardware on hand. That's gonna work out good. I think that was one of the ends I was looking for. I have 3 of them in there, which is good to know now. And I think I can reuse these screws that I couldn't use for the mounting bracket, just to temporarily hold this. Let me see how high it needs to be for this body. Yeah, almost all the way up. 4 showing at the bottom. There we go. Let's take a look at that. So I'm going to need to raise those front mounts too. So it looks like I am going to end up going through the back glass, but that's okay. They're high enough now. So let me raise up these front mounts, because it looks like I do have some room to go up. Nope. That got in the bottom hole. I need one down. There we go. Didn't go up much. That seems to be all the way up now. These won't work in the front. They look like they're just rear body mounts, and they give you no front mounts in the kit. Yeah, we're definitely going to have to do something on that front. But that's going to be close enough for now, because I can make this work. Looks like the one on this one is higher, which it is. Oh. Count those holes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 showing. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, I see. I see what's going on. One, two, three, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 showing on each side now. There we go. much better. It's not twisting the body now. That's feeling pretty good. And I can trim the bumper line up higher if I need to. Alright, so what I ended up doing was I ended up trimming the bumper a little higher so that I can get it to sit correctly. Went ahead and used the factory mount in the front. Marked holes in my body. Now the way I centered the body, if you see in here, I've added a couple pieces of foam. This is the leftover foam that you get with batteries. So I stacked up some foam so that I could center my front wheel, which will allow me to trim and cut and center the rear. So I am going to raise up the rear probably a little bit, and then I have the Proline Proline body mounts that mount I made for the rear. I went ahead and modified, so that's going to be in the back glass, and then the wheelie bar coming out the back. So I've got the wing rough cut in, so the wing's gonna end up back here, but it will be painted separate from the body. So that's where I'm at right now. So at this point, it's gonna be time to paint this body. So I'm gonna get it all prepped and ready for paint. Figure this little update on how the car's coming along. So that was cutting and mounting up the body. You saw the cutting of the body on the last video. And then this episode was just getting this body centered, getting the holes drilled, getting everything trimmed so that it fits without rubbing. And I ended up pulling off the stock front wheels because this body's a lot wider. And that was the whole purpose of buying these wheels, which are these. There's the part number. They're Street Eliminator. So I threw on my Street Eliminators up front and in rear. So now, as you see, it's still Tux tire, even with the wide stance. So plenty of clearance in the back. You can see how much tire is tucked up into here. So I will raise up the body a little bit and then trim this out a little bit more, but that'll be after. I will trim this after I paint the body. So, but I will be raising up the rear mounts before I paint it. So there it is, guys. Body's all fitted. Let me know what you guys think. And let's get a color picked out so we can get this thing painted. All right, guys. See you on the next episode.